Hello, I'm going to talk about digital identities and what I perceive of the topic. So, from what I did in my research, I've determined that we live in a society that we like to fabricate things. We like to paint pictures of ourselves, of what we would like to be, or in essence, how we perceive ourselves to the world, but it's not always actually the truth. Basically, from what I remember growing up in the virtual world, you basically can be anything you want to be and perceive the way that you want to be to others. However, in the same, we are actually becoming distant from one another. Like, for example, the idea of getting together with friends or with groups of people has changed. With social media, we have the ability to pretend that everything going on in life is actually perfect, when in reality, for example, you could be falling apart. You may not have the best home life. As an example, though, with social media and friends, as an example, you may get together with people and you may take group photos with others and selfies and post them and share them. However, if you notice, you're missing what's actually going on in the moment. So you're worried about sharing those photos and the memories, but you're not actually living them. We hang on to our technology as if we are going to miss something, although we really aren't. People like to share the littlest of details, such as what they had for breakfast or what they're doing in that moment. So basically, we live in a self-absorbed type of world. Also, on another note, with hanging out with others, it's like we multitask consistently. We like to focus on the portrayal of our virtual selves versus our real self. Myself, I do contribute to a few social networks, including Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest, but I do try and limit what I post to my digital identity because you really never know who's watching, and really, like employers or future employers, schools. It's just you never know. I don't feel as connected to my digital self as I do to my real world self. I personally love having intellectual conversations with people. I love the ability to connect with another person. There have been times where I've turned my phone off while I'm out with others. And it's funny, if you're in a room full of people, you see everybody else is sitting there texting on their phone. And when you try and have conversations with other people, they're not fully attentive. They're basically distracted by their phones or tablets or any other media out there. Basically, our digital selves do affect our real world selves. We don't concentrate on the present of things. We also lose out on important things in life because we're not fully attentive. I have to say, I do have help of technology. I can use it to help utilize my creativity more through photography and digital media. I can create and manipulate photos to my liking. I do also like to utilize the internet to try and learn. I'm constantly learning new information. I also use it for research. I consider the internet as a useful tool. My online identity is like a performance in the essence of the art that I create. I can market my work to the online community. My behavior does tend to be more conservative when I know things are of a public matter. Again, you never know who's looking at your networks, and you leave behind a digital footprint. With knowing this, I try not let technology control over my life. I just tend to stay away from a lot of social media due to the fact it does create drama. People you may be friends with online, when you actually see them in person, majority of the time they act like they don't know you or that they don't want to have an actual conversation. in the way my digital identity does affect the sense of who I am as a person, and the way that I do feel disconnected with my generation. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm just an old soul, or I just don't understand a lot of the trends going on today. In a way, I feel old-fashioned. I do enjoy face-to-face contact, phone conversations. I enjoy that connection you get with a conversation, and being around other people. I enjoy seeing the natural beauty in life. I do notice more individuals around my age see things differently and do focus more on the digital identity. And going to the future, it's going to keep progressing. So thank you for listening to what I have to say. Have a good evening.